Good morning. It's another Ride Along with Julia. Today we are at the American Film Market and we're selling films with Goliath Film and Media. The opportunity to talk to Mike Criscione, who is the COO of the company, and we get first-hand questions we can ask him. So let's check it out and find out what American Film Market and Goliath Film and Media is all about. How you doing?
Hey, doing good.
Good. So how many film markets have you gone to? Is this something that's
I've
new?
been doing it since the 90s, so a lot of them.
And how did you get into this business?
Made a film in '92 called LA Goddess. Had a real estate and gem background.
Wow, that's a big difference.
Yeah.
And what do you have here at American Film Market?
Well, we got all of these, and we probably picked up, out of all the films we looked at, we were going to probably pick up another 10 films.
Wonderful. So
Yeah.
you've had a lot of people pitching?
Yeah, we've been in a lot of pitch meetings. We haven't looked at a lot of films yet, but we got about 50 of them linked up. So we're going to be looking and finding out.
So if you could think of one thing that you could give for advice to all these filmmakers that come in to pitch to you, what would it be?
Is that don't get discouraged, because everybody's going to tell you how tough the business is, and they're all doing great. How tough it'll be for you, but they're all doing good.
Great.
Well, send it to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made time.
What was the budget?
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining me and going on my ride along today. I have great news. Today, Goliath is on the front cover of Variety. Yay!
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My dad's
Where you grew up in Italy?
No, actually born in New York and I got raised in Israel.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
been
the
around.
yeah.
Like you say, my name is Emilio Rosa and I'm a filmmaker. I've been very proud to be presented by Goliath Film, which we right now we're at AFM, and they're doing a great job. I got advertised at the Variety magazine here, as you see, Adele Redemption, which was with Michael Manson and Stephen Bauer and Vincent Pastore. Actually, I'm opening my new film on the 17th, Book of Revelation. It's a faith-based film that, when I wrote it based on Book of Revelation, but in contemporary time. So the movie is opening in Bakersfield, then we're opening in Los Angeles. The movie is a great message. There is no nudity or language to the films, and I think it's important to bring a good message to the people, and especially when the world is very materialistic. So as a filmmaker, I'm trying to bring a different version to people, a miracle, change. I'm a man of God. You know, I'm a Jew. People tell me, how do you make a movie about Jesus? I say, well, you know, he was a Jew. And it's a great story about a new time for people. So as a filmmaker, it's not about be prejudiced towards any color or races. It's about making a good story that people will get influenced by that. And this is my job as a writer, as a producer, and as a director.
So Mike, tell me about where you came from before you got into directing, producing.
Yeah. The first thing I did in my life is I came from a jewelry background. I made jewelry in the 70s. I was one of the first guys to hire Vietnamese guys when the government subsidized them. I was like the 9th largest guy in the silver jewelry business. From then I was probably the world's largest ruby and sapphire dealer in the 80s. And then in the 90s, I was doing real estate. A guy came up to me and said, we could make a movie for 250 grand. And I said, no, I'd do just about anything for 250 grand. You can make a movie for that? And he goes, yeah. So he gave me the pitch, and we developed a screenplay called LA Goddess, which was our first movie and was a big hit. And I thought the whole industry was easy, but I had to get back to my day job. And I was like, this is something easy I'll get back to later. And we come from a real estate background, and you know, that's when I saw around the first movie, like so many people, you know, fell in love with my first movie and loved making movies. So then I started directing because I couldn't keep any producers on time. I never wanted to direct. We could just never, it's always, we need this shot, we have to do this, and
Hurry up
we
and
only
wait.
got this amount of money. It doesn't matter what you need. So I knew I could get myself to go on time. So that's kind of the background. And then we took our own movies out to sell because we wanted to stay with our money, which I advise everybody, stay with your money, watch your money, be on top of it. Maybe not as much as some of these people downstairs, but I mean, be with your money literally. Go in the office, watch it, So that's what we did, and we stayed with it, and we would end up producing a couple movies, taking a couple years, going to markets and doing it over and over again. And this time, I decided not only am I going to distribute, I'm just going to produce. I don't need to direct. I don't have that creative in me to where I have to sit there and grind out a movie anymore. So I'd rather raise the money for 10, distribute 10 at a time, and do stuff like that. And that's where Goliath was developed. Me and Lamont said, let's get a distribution platform because we're making the films. We're going to have to sell it. Why not get a public company? We started a public company, and we're going to start announcing on it, what we're doing.
So you never went back to jewelry?
No, I never went back to jewelry, and I sold more than I used to sell, to give you an idea, 1 million items a month of
Wow.
jewelry.
So obviously the film business is
It
the way to
wasn't the
go.
thing that I that I could make the most money at, but it's a thing. At some point, you have your career and where you made money, and at some point, you go towards love.
Yes.
Movie business, I love. Tell us about your film company and what your latest slated films are that you make out of Brazil.
Okay. So yes, I'm Brazilian. I'm from Brazil. Although I lived the past 15 years in England, past 2 years I've been living back in Brazil and getting into cinema again. So far, 6 feature films. You meet an expert.
Yeah, and also you've dealt with hard subject matters, like you dealt with Down syndrome, for instance.
Yes, Down syndrome, or the sort of when old age kicks in and people just forget about you. They think you don't have any money.
By the way, her company has won several film awards too.
Oh God, so many. Well, Buddy's over 50 awards, and Farewell, the latest one, because we've just finished. Right now, is as we speak, is being shown at the Mannheim Film Festival in Germany.
This is actually probably the last one in the whole building, packing up, getting ready to go towards the end of the market, even though we took a few stragglers today. The film market to us was great. We probably met everybody here. I mean, between the people working in Goliath, and I think it's important what he's doing, listen to everybody's pitches, because, we came here looking for the answers, and now we at least know the questions. So that's
So do you think that this is a really successful market this year for you?
Well, I mean, we're distributors, and if we like the films that people gave us, we have over 100 films to look at. So, yes, I do.
Sounds like a great one.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
They think his first name.
Okay, so these guys are hysterical on top of being extremely professional and really good at what they do. So thank you for joining me here at Goliath Film and Media. We're in the suite at the American Film Market, and it's been a huge success. So thanks for stopping by.